Chatham County real estate headlines are very confusing, warped, and two-sided. I'd like to not make them that way by giving you numbers that are based on real data from the MLS. Are you cool with that? We have numbers. Let's use them. I'm Josh Gole. I'm your go-to Pittsboro and Triangle, North Carolina realtor. Median sales price in June of 2026 in Chatham County was $665,000. Don't let that be the only number that you use to dictate the decisions you make, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Other numbers play into account. Real estate is hyper-local. That is a very big number for a very big market. If we compare the $665,000 median sales price to last June 2025, $665,000 is 1.5% lower. And that could be scary to some people who are paying attention to their home's value. From May to June 2026, prices actually jumped by about 2.9%. Even more telling, the median price per square foot sat at $275, nearly 4% higher than what we saw last summer. So what does that number tell us? It tells us that the homes that sold might not have been in the same price range compared to what we saw last summer. It doesn't mean that homes are losing value. It just means that we might have seen different homes sell. That's why it's important to look at various different numbers rather than one number and one headline, because they can be skewed. Homes are selling here in Chatham County. We saw 121 homes sell in Chatham County in June of 2026. That is a massive 23.5% jump from June of 2025. Moving into July, we're here right now. We're seeing buyers with that same energy. Buyers are acting because the interest rates are just hovering in the 6%-ish range. Waiting is just waiting. Buyers acting, that means that demand is there. If homes are priced right, the home will sell because a buyer wants to buy a house that is priced correctly. Now, it is a seller's market. We are looking at about 3.2 months of inventory, and a balanced market sits around 5 to 6 months. So sellers still have that advantage here in Chatham County, but don't let that distract you from the fact that it's still important to act in a way that is proactive and conscious of what a buyer is thinking. Okay, a buyer still has choices when they're looking to buy a home. Just because the market is on the seller's side doesn't mean there aren't still choices for buyers. So when you're preparing to sell a home, just because it's a seller's market here in Chatham County, that doesn't mean that you can just put it on the market, nothing done to it. Okay, you can, but I don't really want to say that's the best way to do it. Buyers are increasingly looking for move-in ready homes, is what I'm saying personally. The less work that a buyer has to do, the better. Yeah, what home is going to be perfect? But if there's a home with carpet that is just, it's dirty, and you see windows that haven't been cleaned in months, a seller could have just gone through and gotten a professional cleaning for $250. If a seller's not willing to do that, what does that tell us about the rest of the home? And that's the mentality that I'm seeing from buyers. Buyers care about the care that's been put into a home. That is why preparing a home as a seller is very important. Buyers, you should know your priorities, know what you're looking for, and know that if a home doesn't have what you're looking for, you don't need to settle because there are other options out there. It might hurt for some sellers, but it's the truth. And the truth is what guides the real estate market. In June 2026, we had 150 new listings hit the market in Chatham County, which was actually a 7.4% drop from May. That further adds to my point. Inventory is not keeping up with the demand that we're seeing in Chatham County. So that's where sellers have an advantage. Buyers, keep that in mind, but no, you still have choices. Looking at right now, here in July 2026, there are about 370-ish homes on the market. The summer market cools things down. People aren't acting as fast. Sellers start to get a little anxious. Their home isn't selling. Well, why? We need to get it sold. We're going to do a price drop. Well, what if we had priced it correctly in the beginning? That's where strategy really plays an important role as a seller. On average, in June 2026, sellers got about 99.3% of asking price. So sellers, you can still win in this market. You just have to use strategy that is tailored to the market we are in, not the market that we might have been in 2021 and 2022. I've said that over and over again. I'll continue to say it. Price it for now, price it for the future. The past is done. My number one tip is rely on hyper-local real estate data, using articles that represent entire areas like the county, the region, the state. That's going to stress you out. and likely won't serve you well. Get numbers that are tried and true from the local MLS, tailored to the area that you are living in or want to live in. I have a bunch more stuff to say. There's a lot to know. If you would like some guidance on buying or selling a home wherever you are here in Pittsboro, Chatham County, I'd love to be a guide for you. My contact information is in the description per usual. Let's chat. I'd love to meet you. You look beautiful as always. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.